Hey guys, how you doing today? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Sportsology. If you're new to the show, what Sportsology is, it's a mix of daily fantasy sports advice and also we talk a little bit about business technology. My name is Ryan Kostrowski. During the day, I'm a technology solutions specialist for a company called Enterprise Systems Group. It's out of Little Chute, Wisconsin. Then at nighttime, once my kids go to sleep, I turn into a daily fantasy sports expert. So I like to come on here, bring in both worlds where I'm an expert and just talk a little bit about each. Today, as always, we will start with the technology. ESG's flagship product for a long time has been Mitel. If you don't know anything about Mitel, they are one of the worldwide leaders when it comes to voice systems and implementing voice for larger businesses, government entities, school districts, things like that. What I want to talk to you about today is what I'm wearing right here, which is what we call a wireless headset. This is a DECT technology. DECT is a European term. Um, I love my wireless headset. The thing that this thing doesn't leave my head during the day. I've even gotten into my car to leave at the end of the night with the thing still wearing this thing. It's got a really nice charge to it. So if you keep it on its cradle overnight, you can get 8, 9, 10 hours of talk time out of it, no problem. I joke around with clients all the time that the only things I love more than my headset right here is going to be the Green Bay Packers and of course my family. That is because I love the ability to be hands free. I love the ability to roam the office. You can see right here, you can turn it on. You can see the blue light turns on. Click it off, turn it off very easily. You got a volume button right here. You can also mute it very simply. It's very easy to use. My big thing I like about it is I get approximately 300 feet of range from my actual telephone base, which means I can roam the entire campus here at ESG. If anybody calls me, I look at my cell phone for caller ID, since that's the world we live in, and then I can pick it up and answer it if I choose to, or I can let it go to voicemail depending on who it is. Get lots of flexibility with it, very easy to use, and while there is a nice little penny or a nice little cost associated with it, if you're it's something you're going to use for 5 to 10 years, it's a huge value add, and you're going to get way more productivity out of it being hands free. So I love my wireless headset. You can get them with Mitel. They're a wonderful piece of technology, and I use mine a ton. Okay, now we've talked technology. Let's talk a little daily fantasy sports. Hope everybody had a great night last night playing a little NBA. Probably my worst night in a long time. I've been doing a lot of winning the last few weeks, and you can't win every single night, but onward and upward on today. Just starting out, just looking at today's slate, my top pick for the day, and the guy who I'll base a lot of my lineups around, is going to be Andre Drummond of the Detroit Pistons, who's currently priced at 8,000. He will be a staple in my lineups, much like the opposing center versus 76ers Nikola Vucevic was for me last night. I think we all know the 76ers aren't very good. Detroit Pistons will have no problem tallying up all sorts of fantasy points on him tonight. And Drummond's price has gone down over the last few weeks due to some less than stellar games. That shouldn't be the case tonight. One idea that you can put, if you're using Drummond in a cash game, you can also consider kind of like handcuffing him with Aaron Baines, the backup center. That means that if the 76ers get up bigger than the Pistons get up bigger than we expect, and Baines seen some extra minutes, his extra points should offset what you're taking away from Drummond. So that's one thought period. Next up, instead of talking about a specific guy, I want to mention a specific team, and that's going to be the Memphis Grizzlies. They were a big disappointment for me the other day. I had a couple other guys, and they were very, very poor. But tonight they get the Lakers. They're at home. They're favored by 8. We can expect that with Marc Gasol out of the lineup, that this team will learn to play a little better offense without him. But you're going to look for some guys that might have some big nights, like your Vinsanity. Vince Carter had a big one the other night. Braden Wright will have a breakout game. He's only been back from injury for a couple games now. Matt Barnes is projected to have a lot of points, and I'm not sure if I can go that route. He cost me the other day, but sometimes it's nice to play a guy who was bad the day before because people have short-term memories. And they think he's going to suck again. Now he puts up 7, 8 times value, and you don't have that nearly high ownership that you had last time. What I want to talk about is last week when the Miami Heat were very shorthanded, like the Grizzlies are currently relatively shorthanded. I saw some of the big tournament winners did it by stacking a lot of the Miami Heat guys. They had Justice Winslow, Josh McRoberts, guys like that in their lineup, and that was while they won all the big money. So if you can pick out the right Grizzlies guys, and maybe if you went like Vince Carter, Braden Wright, Matt Barnes, or whoever three you pick out and put them in your lineups, create a lot of clap flexibility and play some studs in other areas, that could be a tournament theory that you could use to get a real high point total for the night. In order to get those 330, 340, 350 point totals, you gotta take some chances. It's not gonna happen just by picking the quote unquote chalk of the night. So that's one theory you can play with if you're trying to go big on a tournament. Tournament theories often, fail, but like if you want to win big and you want to beat out 60, 50, 70,000 people, whatever it might be, you got to kind of think outside the box a bit. So I'm Ryan Kostrowski. This is Sportsology. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.